Crystal Park, but originally from Zim. Yeah.
So you're an international person, bro.
Yeah.
Tell us about what's popping. Why did you leave Zim and pull up here, this side? How did you end up here?
Straight to the business. So I moved from Zim. It was in 2002. I moved when I was 2 years old. So before that in Zim, there was like this drought actually.
Yeah.
Whereby there was no food in stores. There was this war that was happening, where people were trying to do fighting against the government. So my parents decided one day, you know what, let's move to SA, because apparently SA was like the golden place. So they moved to SA in 2002. We moved to Davidson. So the first 2 years we lived in South Africa, we were kind of homeless, actually.
Damn.
Yeah, we were living we were actually living in the streets. So my mom was like, you know what, how about I start learning how to do people's hair? So she learned that. My dad and I worked as a security guard. We got our first house, which was a shack in Davidson. So we lived in a shack for quite a while. Yeah. But then that's where the music part came from, the streets. In Davidson, we always meet people who play like all these local artists who do street performing and everything. So every time, the more time I spend in the street looking at these people play, in my mind I always feel like, man, with all this negativity happening in life, there's still something as beautiful as music. So my life for music grew on that. Then in 2007, we're still living there. The first xenophobic attacks happened. Yeah. Basically, the people we're living with were like, they no longer want foreigners anymore. So they kicked us out. They're like, hey man, you guys are supposed to leave here because you bring your bad energies from the foreign country, so you're supposed to leave. So my parents are like, ish, you know what? Let's just stay here until we find another place, because obviously we don't know anyone in South Africa. So we lived there for like 2 more years, but the 2 years were very edgy. So we'd sleep with our shoes on every night, pack our bags, and if you just hear sound happening outside, just pick up our bags, sleeping in panic, like, oh flip, we need to run away because we might get killed. Yeah, I remember there was a time in 2007, these xenophobic attacks were so bad. My dad was away for like a few months. He went to Zim for some other stuff. So, my mom was panicking. She was like, hey man, I don't want to die here. Rather, let's go and sleep at the cemetery for like a week. Wait for this xenophobic thing to blow, to come down or anything.
Well, you're not scared, bro, at the cemetery, like, with everything that goes on some ghost stories. I don't know if you believe in ghosts, but
I remember,
you're not scared?
I remember watching, you see wrestling, the guy, the Undertaker. Yeah, I was like, yeah, okay, this is how the cemetery looked like. But I remember that Delta, my mom was like, hey, you know what? This is the safest place we can go to.
It is.
Because, who can chase someone in the cemetery? It's like, we're looking for foreigners at the cemetery. None of that. So we went there. We slept there for like a week. People were getting burned. You see videos on TV. Yeah. So I went there, we slept there. It was kind of scary. But then it's not like with just you and your mom. It was like other foreigners also who were doing the same thing. So we ran there after a week. When things cool down, you come back. But the neighbors, they're looking like, you see.
Used to tell me
So yeah, from there on, I was like, I need to find music. Just came. You know, music was just that thing that was the look. This thing is beautiful. So I started writing. So I would write, watch this show called Victoria Justice. So I just became addicted to that. I would just watch that, write, sing that guy write. I wrote my first song called Run Boy. I wrote that when it was in 2010. Yeah, because I would always have these flashbacks about this when I'm in school. Everyone in school always treat you different because you're a foreigner. People like, I'm a kwera. Afunani la. Even your friends will treat you different. So I was like, most of the time I'm alone. Let me just write music. So I write music. So I wrote Run Boy. There's a song of mine called Run Boy. From there, people started changing how they treated me, you know, because people were like, oh man, this guy can actually sing. So I was like, hey, even started making some friends there. I was like, this thing is kind of good. I think I can do something. Teachers would be like, hey, you know, this Brandon who can sing. They call me on, hey man, listen to this guy sing. They're like, he's talented. Yeah, fast forward, did the music thing, got to high school. High school, carried on with the music. So I got like when I was doing my grade 7, the people in our school called my teachers like, hey, there's a guy called Brandon that we want him to come to our school. Absa. I'm like, fade. I went there, learned the guitar. It took me like 3 months. So everyone
To learn the guitar?
To learn the guitar.
Dude, it's taking people years to learn the guitar. I'm one of those people. I'm still stuck on like, I don't know, C chord, there's a chord there,
C chord, yeah.
Yeah, I'm still stuck there, bro.
But yeah, that was basically the whole thing. What made, so this guitar was given to me by a teacher.
The same one?
The same one. So she was like, hey man, have the guitar for like a week, go practice at home. When I came back knowing like more than she expected. She was like, hey, you know what? You can have this, take the guitar. It's yours now. Then the next year I was like, guitar is boring now. Let me try the piano. Same thing with the piano. Rock that. They're like, hey, this guy is actually something. He's actually something. So yeah, from there, high school until now.
what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah, that's so.
Thank you. Mr. Lake. Oh, there's one more. Oh, yeah. What do you think pushes you?
What pushes me?
To keep making music, to keep learning the instruments that you can play now. I mean, you can play guitar and piano so far. That's what we know. What else can you play?
I can play the mbira. There's an African instrument called the mbira, and I can also play the marimba. Yeah. You said what pushes me? What pushes me the most is my family. You see, because right now we on this very Djibouti. As much as we thought the world will evolve from the whole xenophobic thing, it doesn't really change. Because I remember when I finished my high school, I was like, oh, right now I need to go get a job so I can start working. So I was like, music will become like a hobby or something. So I went to look for a job in SA. So in SA, they're like, nah, we don't employ foreigners at any jobs. We don't want you guys working here. So I was like, you know what? If I can't work anyway, let me rather do music as a full-time thing. So I'm like, okay, it pushes me in a way because I know my parents right now are working as they're self-employed. But wherever they're working right now, the guys, the people coming are like, hey, you know what? We don't want you guys to live in SA anymore. The next 3 months, so we're giving like 6 months from now until probably around November, we want you guys gone. So I'm like, okay, I need to push this music so I can be able to take care of them. Because the option they have is like, hey, you want to go back home to Zim, and in Zim it's bad. Trust me, in Zim, you can get into a store, you have stacks of cash, bro. A briefcase can buy you bread. I'm exaggerating though, but a stack can buy you bread. So I'm like, it's not an option for them to go back. Now they actually see that, and I'm thinking, oh, my brothers can't go back from a place we ran away from, and it's feeling up. We need to go back there again. Doesn't make any sense. So I'm like, probably the music is my last option to make it out and take care of the family. That's basically what's pushing me right now.
This is not a hobby, dog. This is not a hobby. This is serious shit.
True that.
What is your music about?
My music?
Yeah.
My music is about love, man. I feel like the world needs love, People, I feel like as people, we're different. And this thing, Yoguti, no matter what color the person is, or no matter the beliefs the person believes in or whatever, I feel like that everyone deserves love. And in my music, I feel like I'm just trying to make people feel a certain way while listening to my music, so they can understand whatever they're going through, they're not alone. There's always someone who's out there who's going through the same thing. They just have to keep moving. Yeah.
Keep moving. You have that.
Yes.
That's all you need to do. Keep moving. So, in your project, what songs speak to you most?
Speak to me most.
Yeah.
There's a song called Run Boy. The Run Boy, obviously. Then there's another one called Mama's Lament. What else? Then Fallen Star.
Yeah. Explain. I think you kind of explained what Run Boy means to explain
Mama's Lament.
Yeah, Mama's Lament.
Mama's Lament. You see, I feel like sometimes when you go through certain things, no matter how much you can try to move away from that, at some point you're gonna have nightmares about whatever was happening, which was traumatic in your life. So I remember there was a day when I was sitting with my mom, and I woke up at night. It was 12 o'clock. Hey, she was sitting there crying, man. And I'm like, hey, what the fuck? What's this? What's this? So it got to me. And as much I was like, should I try to comfort her and say sorry to her? I don't think it's really going to help, because whatever is happening right now in our lives is beyond me. So sometimes I'll just go to sleep, then that image just comes back. I would have a nightmare about that, of her crying. So I was like, I would listen to, so she was crying while praying. So I was like, okay, let me write about whatever she was saying exactly on the song. So I call the song Mama's Lament.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
So it's basically just me quoting whatever she said on that. Yeah.
I think since your EP is what's getting you out of all that hate and all that misery, I think it would be fire if you told us more about each and every song, like broke down each song.
Each song.
Yeah. So you already broke down 2 songs so far.
Okay. Fallen Star. There's a song called Fallen Star. Fallen Star, it's a love song. It's about boy meets girl, boy messes up. So now it's like, hey, remember telling this girl, I'm like, I wish I can just say, I could have told you that I actually love you, or could have expressed myself while you're still here. So it's not necessarily what happened with me personally, but it's always what I see with other people, in relationships and all these things. So it's like, yeah, man, Fallen Star is about a relationship. What else? Hold on Me. It's a song that I wrote. I wrote this other time. I was sitting in the studio. I went to this guy's place called Austin. So at night, 12 o'clock, he was sleeping. I was supposed to record with Austin. This guy sleeps on the couch during our session. I'm like, hey, I paid for this. So I went to the thing. I'm listening to music there. Like, there's a guy called Ruga. He's from Nigeria. So I don't know, the instrumental just got to me. I was like, I can make this instrumental. Let me try to make this, but put my own style to it. So I came up with the song Hold On Me. It's about me necessarily telling a girl like, hey man, don't be afraid. You can hold on me. I'm that guy who's gonna be there for you.
Yeah.
We're not perfect, but hold on. Then Train at the Airport. There's a song called Train at the Airport.
I was like, I listened to that song and I was like, what the fuck? Like the title just caught me. I was like, what the fuck? Did I just see that?
Yeah.
Let me just listen.
So Train at the Airport was a song about my first love. There was this girl I met in high school. I'm not gonna mention names. Hopefully she doesn't see this. So this girl, this girl in high school. Her name, never mind that. This girl, fell in love with this girl, man. I feel like first love is the thing. Fell in love with this girl, everything was good, And in a way, I would always say something to her like, hey man, we need to what. And she'd be like, hey Brandon, wait, we'll do that. Don't worry. If she messes up, I'm like, hey, you need to fix that. And she'd be like, nah, chill, wait. Until one day I got fed up. I'm like, when it's like I'm waiting for a train at the airport, something that would actually never happen. So when you're waiting for a train at the airport, you're waiting for something that will never come.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I was like, man, you're making me wait for something. So hence the first line, I told you I loved you, but you kept me waiting. So I stopped you and you moved on. So you're basically slipping through my hands, but I keep trying. They say, if you can hold on to ice, the more you grab on it thingy.
The more it slips.
So I felt like that. I felt like I was holding ice. The more I was trying to clench onto her, she was melting and thingy slipping through my hands. Heard about everything, how you lied about everything. Told me it was true. What the hell is wrong with you? We had everything, gave you all I had. I thought you better than that. You decided to turn that, yeah. Gave you all my heart, tore that shit apart. Ah, no more. No, 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 no. Can I trust these words you say? No, 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 no. I cannot trust these words you say. To love, but you broke my heart right now. Your love was the only drug that got me high as fuck, and I'm gone right now. Babe, I'm gone right now, gone right now. Babe, you lost my trust, yeah, insecure as fuck, yeah. Gone right now, babe, you lost my trust, I'm insecure as fuck. No more, yeah. No, 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 no. Can I trust these words you say? No, 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 no. Can I trust these words you say? Thank you.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's Train at the Airport. Aesthetic. The song Aesthetic is about the beauty of love. Yeah. I really love music to a point, Uzi. I used to watch Sofa Sounds. There's this thing called Sofa Sounds on YouTube. So yeah, there's a guy there. He talks about, he said the best kind of pain is the kind you endure in the name of love. You know? Yeah. So that line really got stuck into my head. I'm like, okay, so vele, all is fair in love, you know, people always say stuff like that. So yeah, I came up with the song Aesthetic. Not necessarily because I was in love, but I was in the zone. I was in the zone of this whole love thing, you know? So yeah, that's how the Aesthetic came. Then there's a song, I was supposed to release this, Bury Me at Sea. It's a song, I didn't release that on streaming platforms.
But it's there on your Instagram.
Yeah, everywhere. So Bury Me at Sea was it's more of a suicide note. You know? But not guys, I'm not trying to die yet. Life is still good. Yeah. I had two friends actually. One called Nwile, the other one was called Atleha. You see, so these guys kind of influenced my love for music all in all. You know? To be quite honest, I feel like pain pushes me to write music and to make music. So I met this Nwile guy in high school, and we were besties, everything. The first person who actually accepted it, this guy is foreign or whatever is happening to him, but hey man, we're still human at the end of the day. So he treated me like human. I was like, hey man, actually have a real friend. So one day, every day, I remember it's from the first year, grade 8, 9, 10, 11, we were like this. Everyone knew, Brendan and Mobile, they what. So one day, I'm walking Mobile he dropped out of school because his father passed away or something like that. So I went to his house to check up on him. So I'm like, hey bro, you good? He's like, yeah man, I'm good, I'm actually chill, man. But there's a lot going on in my life, man. It's, you know what, it's fine, you're laughing and everything. So I left. He's like, you know what, Brendan, come back tomorrow. So we need to talk about something. This is something serious you really have to hear. I'm like, babe. I went home. slept. The next morning, in my mind, something just told me, hey, I need to go check up on him. What does he want to tell me? I woke. As I'm walking to the Tumbobile's house, I found blood on the gate, you know. I'm like, what the fuck happened here? I go inside, I'm like, hey. So I thought they killed the chicken, you know. So I'm like, oh yeah, split families. So why are they celebrating? Anyways, I go inside. I'm like, yeah, I'm looking for Mobile. You know, they're like, nah, man, Mobile got killed last night. So that's his blood on the gate. I'm like, damn. So I was like, okay, confused, trying to process the whole thing. Like, what's happening here? So I went home. I didn't really, that thing didn't like click. It's okay, this happened for like years until it happened again. I'm gonna probably do this in the night.
Two different worlds, oh yeah. But there's only one of us in this whole universe now. When I wrote this song, I felt like I was cursed. You are the only reason I'm not afraid to fly. I wish you can take me higher, higher than the mountain. You are the only reason I'm not afraid to fly. I wish you can take me higher, higher than the mountain. Save me, save my soul. I'm drowning in this ocean, in this ocean. Save me, save my soul. I'm drowning in this ocean.
Where did you find you?
Yeah. Yeah, you guys can find me on Instagram, Brandon's Aura. Yeah, not Brandon Sora, Brandon's Aura, with no comma. Yeah, man. Also Spotify, it's Brandon Aura, iTunes, everywhere. Also, you can find me there. Facebook, Brandon Griffiths. Yeah, basically, yeah, man. Had another friend called Atlehang High School. So Atlehang, I think Atlehang also dropped out of school. I feel like this you just become an enemy of the system when you're a black person growing up in a township or whatever. So he started a local business where he sold cakes and everything. And I would always ask him, hey bro, so if it ever happens when you die now, where would you want to be buried? It's like, hey man, I feel like I'd want to be buried at the sea, in the sea. So we had that topic, like, crazy. So one day, on my way home, I get a call, you know. They're like, hey man, Atlehang passed away. He got shot again. I'm like, hey man, what the fuck does this mean?
Damn.
So I'm like, they shot Atlehang. Why? What happened? It was like, nah, I was delivering cakes at 7. There was a person who was having a party at 7. So he got mugged and they were like, hey, give us your phone, and then they killed him. So that day, I didn't cry. I'm like, flip, should I? What? Took a paper, wrote that if I die, bury me at sea. So I'm like, I'm in a dark place because I've never been solo. Walking by myself, alone. Now I'm riding solo because like all the friends that I thought I had are gone. So basically the lyrics just talk about where I was and where I feel also if I were to die anytime now, I'd be happy buried in the sea because the sea is like the most peaceful place. Yeah. So yeah, that's the story behind my EP and my life.
Out.
Peace.
Peace and love. Peace and love, everybody.
Peace and love. How was the moon? How was the smell of the moon?
The moon smells great.
The moon smells great, isn't it?
I didn't know it was. Hey man, who's the guy who went to the moon? I'm strong. Yeah, man. You can maybe some strong essence, eh?
Get back with some strong essence, bro.
Yeah.
Alright, cool.
Dumelang Matutu. Still traumatizes me. Which one? Run boy, innit?
Run, boy, run.
Oh, you guys want to freestyle? Or are you gonna freestyle?
I like freestyling.
Let freestyle.
Yeah, freestyle.
Can you see?
Oh, live on Facebook.
Reply to whatever I'm gonna say.
Okay.
So like I'll start like okay. Yeah.
Let's hear this.
What should be the theme?
She goes to a place.
Yeah.
Tell me the name, you will follow her.
Somewhere far away, but she doesn't know. She doesn't see anyone but you. No one but you. Haven't you seen what she will do for you? She gives and gives. She gives and gives. He comes to a place where she was laying, thinking that he found comfort. Bad dreams tonight, I'm not gonna let him sleep no more.
Back to the hook. Try something I can harmonize to. Repeat like a hymn or something. I don't know, try to harmonize.
together.